Wildfires are a fact of life, especially in the western United States. However, in recent years we have witnessed a disturbing trend. Wildfires are becoming larger, more frequent, and more destructive. The sight of towering infernos consuming vast swaths of forest has become all too common, leaving behind a trail of devastation that affects us all. From the windswept canyons of California to the dense woodlands of Montana, wildfires pose a significant threat to our environment, our communities, and our way of life. The consequences of these catastrophic events are far-reaching, impacting air quality, water resources, wildlife habitats, and human health. The 2023 California wildfire season was one of the most destructive on record, with over 4 million acres burned. The Camp Fire in 2018, the deadliest and most destructive wildfire in California history, claimed 85 lives and destroyed nearly 19,000 structures. These events serve as stark reminders of the devastating power of wildfires and the urgent need for action. As our climate changes and human activities continue to impact the environment, it is more important than ever to understand the causes of wildfires, their consequences, and the steps we can take to prevent and mitigate their devastating effects. Wildfires are a natural part of many ecosystems, playing a crucial role in forest regeneration and nutrient cycling. However, the increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires in recent years can be attributed to a complex interplay of factors, both natural and human-caused. Natural causes of wildfires include lightning strikes, volcanic eruptions, and spontaneous combustion. Dry lightning storms, characterized by lightning but little to no rainfall, are a major ignition source in many parts of the world. Human activities are increasingly recognized as a significant contributor to wildfire ignition and spread. Accidental ignitions, such as those caused by campfires, discarded cigarettes, and malfunctioning equipment, account for a significant proportion of wildfires. Arson, the deliberate setting of fires, is another human-caused factor that can have devastating consequences. Land management practices, such as fire suppression, have also played a role in altering fire regimes. While fire suppression has been effective in reducing the number of wildfires in the short term, it has also led to the buildup of flammable vegetation, creating conditions that can fuel larger, more intense wildfires when they do occur. The impact of wildfires extends far beyond the immediate devastation of burned forests and homes. Wildfires release massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change. The smoke and particulate matter from wildfires can travel long distances, affecting air quality and human health hundreds of miles away from the fire front. Wildfires can have devastating effects on ecosystems, leading to the loss of biodiversity, soil erosion, and changes in water cycles. The loss of vegetation can increase the risk of landslides, mudslides, and flash floods, posing significant threats to human settlements and infrastructure. For wildlife, wildfires can be both beneficial and destructive. While some species have adapted to fire-prone environments, many others are vulnerable to the effects of intense wildfires, which can destroy habitats, reduce food availability, and displace populations. Wildfires have played a significant role in shaping the landscapes of North America for millennia. Native Americans recognized the importance of fire as a tool for managing landscapes, using controlled burns to clear underbrush, promote the growth of desirable plants, and create habitats for game animals. However, with European colonization and the expansion of settlements across the continent, fire suppression became the dominant approach to wildfire management. The devastating wildfires of the early 20th century, such as the Great Fire of 1910, which burned over 3 million acres in Idaho and Montana, fueled the perception of fire as an enemy to be conquered. This suppression-focused approach, while effective in reducing the number of wildfires in the short term, had unintended consequences. The suppression of natural fires led to the accumulation of fuel loads in forests, creating conditions that would eventually contribute to the larger, more intense wildfires we see today. Section 5. Preventing the Inferno Strategies for Wildfire Mitigation. Preventing wildfires from starting in the first place is crucial in reducing the risk of catastrophic events. Public awareness campaigns play a vital role in educating people about the risks of wildfires and promoting responsible behavior in fire-prone areas. Simple actions, such as properly extinguishing campfires, Avoiding the use of fireworks in dry conditions and maintaining vehicle exhaust systems can significantly reduce the likelihood of accidental ignitions. Fuel management practices such as prescribed burns and mechanical thinning are essential for reducing the amount of flammable vegetation in forests. Prescribed burns, also known as controlled burns, involve the intentional setting of fires under carefully controlled conditions to reduce fuel loads, improve wildlife habitats, and restore forest health. Mechanical thinning involves the removal of trees and brush using chainsaws and other equipment. Land use planning can also play a role in reducing wildfire risk. By avoiding construction in fire-prone areas, maintaining defensible spaces around homes, and adopting fire-resistant building materials, communities can reduce their vulnerability to wildfires. Section 6. Early Detection and Rapid Response, Fighting Fire with Technology. While prevention is crucial, early detection and rapid response are essential for containing wildfires once they start. Advancements in technology have significantly enhanced our ability to detect and monitor wildfires, allowing for more effective suppression efforts. Fire lookout towers, once the primary means of wildfire detection, are increasingly being supplemented by sophisticated camera systems, aerial surveillance, and satellite imagery. These technologies provide real-time information on fire location, size, and behavior, enabling fire managers to deploy resources more effectively. Firefighting techniques have also evolved, with an emphasis on rapid initial attack to suppress fires when they are small and manageable. Air tankers, helicopters, and ground crews work together to combat wildfires, utilizing water, fire retardant, and other suppression tactics. Section 7. Community Action Empowering Communities to Prepare and Respond. Wildfire preparedness is not just the responsibility of government agencies and firefighters, it is a shared responsibility that requires the active participation of individuals and communities. By taking proactive steps to prepare for wildfires, communities can reduce their vulnerability and increase their resilience in the face of these events. Creating and maintaining defensible spaces around homes is one of the most effective ways to reduce the risk of wildfire damage. This involves clearing vegetation within a specified radius of structures, using fire-resistant landscaping materials, and removing flammable debris. Developing community wildfire protection plans is another important step in preparing for wildfires. These plans outline evacuation routes, communication protocols, and other essential information to ensure a coordinated and effective response in the event of a wildfire. Section 8. Climate Change and the Future of Wildfires. Climate change is exacerbating wildfire risk by creating hotter, drier conditions that increase the likelihood of ignition and fuel flammability. As temperatures rise and droughts become more frequent and severe, the risk of large, destructive wildfires is projected to increase significantly in many parts of the world. The impacts of climate change on wildfires are complex and interconnected. Rising temperatures increase evaporation rates, drying out vegetation and creating conditions that are conducive to fire. Changes in precipitation patterns, including more frequent and intense droughts, further exacerbate these conditions. The increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires have significant implications for climate change mitigation efforts. Wildfires release massive amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to a positive feedback loop that accelerates climate change. Section 9. A Call to Action, Our Shared Responsibility. The increasing threat of wildfires demands a collective response. We must all do our part to prevent wildfires, prepare for their impacts, and support those affected by these devastating events. By working together, we can create a safer, more resilient future for ourselves and generations to come. Supporting policies that promote forest health, climate change mitigation, and wildfire preparedness is essential for addressing the root causes of the wildfire crisis. By investing in research, innovation, and community engagement, we can develop and implement effective strategies for wildfire prevention, suppression, and recovery. Each one of us has a role to play in wildfire prevention. By making responsible choices, educating ourselves and others about wildfire risks, and supporting community preparedness efforts, we can make a difference. The time to act is now, before it's too late.